Hello everybody and welcome back to Shay's Hobby Dog Bay. This video is a picture story video again. So we've went through my little albums and stuff, and I'm at the big box with all of my loose pictures in it that I need to scrapbook, but all my scrapbooking stuff is packed up out in the trailer. So I have to wait till Elizabeth can get in her house so I can get my craft room in there so I can start unpacking all that stuff and get to everything. So anyway, I've got just a small little stack of pictures here like this. It's quite thick. I'm not sure I'm going to do all of these in this one video. We'll see how far we get though. Okay, here come the yawns. Oh, so sorry. Okay, this is an old picture of my mom and dad. So that was years ago. And it was just one of those. We always used to get our pictures done at Olin Mills. It don't say Olin Mills on here, but I want to say it's probably what that was Olin Mills, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why it's not, because usually you see, I think, Olin Mills on it somewhere or something, and it's not. And she actually wrote on there to Sherry from Mom and Dad. Okay, so that's that one. Now, guys, are y'all ready to see this? This is a very old picture. I was either, well, this is when we lived on the coast. I moved down there when I was 7 years old. Of course, when we first moved down there, we lived in a trailer park. I don't know how long we lived in that trailer. I do remember having my 10th birthday in the house that we moved in the neighborhood where all my friends was. I don't know if that was the first birthday party I remember in that house. So maybe it was the first one I had in that house. So I don't know. Anyway, this is at that house. It's outside. It's cut all around it, but it's at the back of my dad's van that he had. Sorry. So, I'm a little girl. And I was outside playing. And I don't know, I guess we just wanted to take a picture. And my nephews was there. My oldest sister, Charlotte, who is Wyoming Nene, here on YouTube, but hadn't made a video in ages. And this is her. I started to say this is her 2 kids. It is not. The oldest one is her kid, and the baby that I'm holding is Becca's, my other sister's oldest kid. I'm assuming anyway. It's so little, and it's not a very clear picture, so I can't really see the face to distinguish who the face is, but it probably is him. There's nothing wrote on the back. So Becca, the Becca JB, my middle sister I call her, this is her. The baby that I'm holding is her oldest child. And then 2 dogs that we had. One was, I can't tell if that's Blackie or Tassie. It looks too skinny to be Blackie, to be honest with you. Blackie. Did we have him just in the trailer park, or did he go to this neighborhood with us, or had he passed away? I can't remember. And then the other little dog was actually, I think, my sister Charlotte and them's dog, and her name was Sandwich. So I'm thinking this is Tassie and Sandwich. The reason they named her Sandwich, she's solid white. So I'm going to show you the picture. Well, my light dimmed. Let me fix it. Okay, so here is the picture. So I'm the little girl holding the baby. I'll try to hold it up close so you can kind of see my face. It puts a shadow on it, don't it? Why does it put a shadow on it? And the baby is crying. It's Chris. He did not want Aunt Shay holding him, and he did not want to take his picture with Aunt Shay. And then that's Joe, the little boy standing up on the bumper of the van by us, which is Charlotte, Wyoming, Nene's oldest son. And then that's Tassie, which was my dog. And that's Sandwich, which was Charlotte, Wyoming, Nene's dog. So, there you go. That's an old one. Okay. Now this is a picture of a sweet little baby. Who ain't sweet no more. She's not a baby no more. She ain't sweet no more. That may sound horrible, I know, but she can be sweet sometimes, but that's very rarely. But this is my oldest daughter when her was a itty bitty baby. And her just looks so cute and sweet. I remember those days. So this is at my mom's house, the way it's cut. I think I had it cut to go in some kind of certain little window frame or something. But I can see Mama's couch. So she's propped up on pillows on the couch, facing out, and she's got her little fists in front of her. So this is Elizabeth. Look how cute her is. So that's two pillows, kind of an orange red one and a blue one, and hers propped up there. Oh, it's a glare on it. But that's my Elizabeth. Pumpkin. We called her back then Pumpkin. Her daddy started calling her that when I was pregnant with her because I was so big and round, so he called it a pumpkin. Which he don't say pumpkin, he says pumpkin. So he just kept calling it Pumpkin, and then after we had her, he kept calling her Pumpkin. So that was her nickname, Pumpkin. And we called her that up until she was about 11 years old, I guess. I'll never forget. I had a store on Main Street in town where we lived, and so we would have to go there every day and work. And so we would always get our lunch somewhere at one of the places around, and I would send Elizabeth down the walkway to the little whatever, I can't remember now what it was. I just remember sending her down there to get our lunch. So I was sending her one day, and I had actually given her the list and the money, or maybe had told her. Maybe she was good at remembering, you know, what I would tell her to get or something instead of having it wrote down. But then I forgot to tell her something, so I ran to the door, opened the door. She was already down the walk a good little ways, and I hollered at her because I was going to tell her, add something else to it, you know, and I hollered out, "Pumpkin!" And boy, she turned around on me, her hair flew back, and she said, "Don't call me that here." I just died out laughing. She didn't want nobody to hear me call her Pumpkin. She was getting to where she didn't like to be called that name anymore. It was so funny. So anyway, alright, moving on. How far are we in? Almost 10 minutes. Okay, and I don't have, well, now I don't have, ain't that funny how fast that can go? When I got started, there was 2 bars, and now they ain't a bar 1 up there. So I'm going to have to charge my phone for and make any more videos, and I got lots of videos I need to make. So just a few more pictures. Okay, and this is Marcus, my son-in-law, Gracie girl's dad, and he's leaned against a bridge. Alright. This is an old picture. Excuse me. Back, it's dimmed. Back in the day when we first met these, well, it was when we first met them. This little boy they had not had him. They only had her. And I didn't have Katie, I only had Elizabeth. So this is Melissa. Melissa and Elizabeth became friends, and they are still friends to today. Then I had Katie first, and then she had Marcus. That's Marcus right there. And I used to babysit them when they was little. This is when we lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi. So that is Marcus's mom and dad. That is Gracie's Nana and Papa. And Aunt Wissa. And that's her dad. That little boy is that guy right there. So, my girl and that boy, their boy grew up and got married. Actually, when he was a little boy like this and she was a little girl and I was keeping them, they would put their arms around each other in my living room floor and dance, slow dance, and he kissed her. And everybody used to always say back then, them two's going to end up getting married. So, it happened. Alright, so, actually, when they grew up, and became teenagers, he, which we always use the word, he chased her, and she kept running from him. It wasn't literally. It was he kept trying to talk her, because we was friends all through the years, and we kept going back and forth to see each other. And they lived all over. They lived in Missouri, they lived in Arkansas, and then Illinois, and all that kind of stuff. And then we had lived in Vicksburg, then we had moved to Collins, and then we had moved to Tennessee, and then Louisiana, and now back to Mississippi, and all of that. But all through those years, he kept trying to get Katie to go with him and be his girlfriend. And she kept saying no and pushing away. And her reason was that they were friends. And she didn't think that would be right. She didn't want to mess up friendships and stuff like that, Finally, he talked her into it. And this here is my Katie. This is, I think, when she graduated, her and her sister went to the coast, to the beach, and she had her sister to take beach pictures of her for her graduation pictures. So, that's that. Y'all, I'm gonna let this be it for this one. I don't want this to go too long, and I need to charge my camera up. So we'll pick up from here on the next one, okay, and do the rest. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you. I hope y'all enjoyed the pictures and the stories about them. So, I am out of here until next time. I'm done. I'm going toodaloo.